Israel struck again in a double tap which they use extensively in Gaza to prevent rescue efforts. This is a breach of the Geneva Convention. In all, at least 20 people were killed. 5 of them were journalists from Reuters, Associated Press, and Al Jazeera. Another 50 people were injured, including people already critically ill. Remember, this was a strike on a hospital, also a war crime. This is happening because Israel wants to kill as many Palestinians as fast as possible and to terrorize them into leaving by making life impossible. Israel has been pretty successful in getting away with apartheid, genocide, and war crimes because many Western journalists have colluded with their own governments who are complicit in these crimes. And they have consistently portrayed Palestinians as terrorists and Israelis as having shared Western values. And some of our own journalists here in Ghana have platformed representatives of the Israeli regime and failed to ask them any difficult questions at all. When you first join a newsroom, I guess you have a vision of the importance of journalism as the fourth pillar of the state. And you are told that journalists have certain protections and that when these are breached, it is really serious. Just recently, your own comrades here in Ghana were reportedly detained and beaten, and not for the first time. And just today, your own association made it clear, journalists are not the enemy. But Israel is deliberately targeting journalists and their families. The numbers killed are stark. For context, 69 journalists were killed in the Second World War. That's a period of 6 years. And 63 were killed during the Vietnam War, over 20 years. The Committee to Protect Journalists has recorded 191 journalists and media workers killed in Palestine from October 2023 to the 25th of August 2025. That's in less than 2 years. Sometimes Israel claims it's an accident. Other times they celebrate the killing and claim that the journalist was a terrorist. It is the thin edge of the wedge. So we're not here just to feel sad about Palestinians who have been genocided and the several hundred journalist colleagues who have been murdered for trying to report on and document a genocide. Let this actually galvanize you into action. Please share the stories of your murdered colleagues. You can see pictures and stories of them up here today. Platform the news that Palestinian journalists are risking their lives to tell the world. And finally, call on the Ghanaian government to stop doing business with Israel and stop doing business with companies that are fueling and profiting from the ongoing genocide against Palestinians. Thank you.
Tonight, we are particularly happy to receive amongst us the leader of one of the strongest trade union movements on the continent of Africa, the Organization of African Trade Union Unity is represented here by its Secretary General, and it is my privilege to call upon the Secretary General of the Organization of African Trade Union Unity to make a statement.
Thank you, comrades, brothers and sisters. Good evening. We are not here to celebrate happy events, but with the time we will celebrate it. We will celebrate the independence in Palestine here. We are here to share the pain of our brothers and sisters in Palestine, who are subject of an extermination plan. We are here to stand with the Palestinian people who is fighting for his freedom and legitimate right for independence and self-determination. but the Zionist colonialism is responding by a genocide, killing young, babies, children, old men, destroying everything, schools, hospitals, and starving, and more. The Israeli government is starving people, but the Palestinians are always, they stand up and they continue their fight until they get their independence. I think as Africans, we have a moral obligation to stand with our brothers and sisters in Palestine, because as Africans we have experienced more than anyone in the world oppression, genocide, and injustice. These things are not only words we learned from books, but things we are experienced in our blood and our bodies for a long time ago. That's why, as Africans today, we have this obligation to stand with our brothers in Palestine. And also we call all free men and women over the world to stand with Palestine, who is under now the bombing and the systematic genocide organized by the Israeli government. So what I can say, just to conclude, we continue to support, we are here to stand with our brothers and sisters in Palestine, and we continue our support and solidarity.
Comrades and friends, also in our midst is the convener of the Socialist Movement of Ghana, Comrade Tripie Opoku, and we invite him to say a few words. Comrade Tripie Opoku.
My behalf and on behalf of the Socialist Movement of Ghana, we are here because it is our duty. We're here because Palestine is our front line. Palestine is the front line in the struggle that we are all fighting for dignity, for peace. For dignity, for peace, and for justice. Palestine and what our brothers and sisters in Palestine are going through is the fate that lies in wait for all of us if we fail to speak up now, if we fail to act now, if we fail to sanction the criminal government of Israel. Palestine and the genocide that is taking place there represents the last desperate throes of a world system of oppression and exploitation. The great powers of the world recognize that if they are unable to hold their will in Palestine, the rest of their global empire will collapse. And so they are willing to destroy a people, an innocent and peaceful people, just in order to maintain their grip on our resources, their grip on our cultures. And we must never allow this. We may be weak in our numbers and our resources, but we can stand up and we can say to the world that we will not accept this, and that we will continue to fight, we will continue to shout, we will continue to protest, we will continue to boycott. We haven't done very well on the boycott front here in Ghana, but we can mobilize and we shall achieve victory for the people of Palestine. And more specifically for tonight's theme, we must also protect the truth tellers, those who are telling us the story against terrible odds, those who, despite the stranglehold of the corporate media, are getting the stories out to the rest of the world, those whose product has achieved what has not been achieved in the last 60 years, the isolation of the Israeli government. Now the world knows. Now the world sees what it has not seen. Now the world sees what it has not been able to see for half a century. That what is happening in Israel is simply white settler genocidal rule. And now the world is mobilizing. So thank you all once again for coming. We will continue to fight with everything we have to support our brothers and sisters in Palestine and around the world who are fighting this system of injustice. So thank you all again very much. And Palestine will be free.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
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 Well, comrades and friends, it's now time for us to invite to the microphone His Excellency, the Ambassador of the State of Palestine, to make a brief statement. Your Excellency, the microphone.
Good evening. I'd like to thank the Ghanaian Solidarity Campaign with the Palestinian people about their big support to Palestine and the Palestinian people. I'd like to thank the Palestinian community. I'd like to thank the media about their coming. I'd like to convey to all of you the greeting of the Palestinian journalists, and I'd like to thank the President of the Republic of Ghana and the government of Ghana and the people of Ghana. Israel killed 249 from our journalists. Today, from this place, press center, we can say to our journalists, you are not alone. The Ghanaian journalists stand with your side. We cannot forget when the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, decided to send to Gaza the donation. In his speech, he said to our children in Gaza, you are not alone. The Ghanaian people stand with you. We know that Palestine will be free one day. And we have very strong believing that my country will be free one day. This has not happened in the history, that since 700 days, they killed 279 from our journalists. Israel, when she killed the journalists, she wanted to kill the truth. The Israeli occupation, he wants to continue the apartheid against the Palestinian people. The Israeli occupation wants to continue the genocide against my people. The Israeli occupation wants to continue the Holocaust against my people in Gaza and in the West Bank. The Israeli occupation destroy 80% from our housing. If this conflict between Hamas and Israel, as their government say all the time, what about the journalists? They are Hamas. Most of them are not Hamas. What about 25,000 children Israel killed them? They are not Hamas. What about more than 12,000 women Israel killed them? They are not Hamas. What about 80% from our housing? Most of them, they are not for Hamas people. What about the schools, the universities, the hospitals, the mosques, the church in Gaza? They're bombing everything. This is the genocide. If the Israelis think that the Palestinian people under the bomb will leave Gaza, I think they don't know my people in Gaza. And I think they don't read the history. Because my people and our journalists will continue their struggle to see Palestine free. And this will be free. Thank you so much.
Free Palestine!
Free, 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 free Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine
Well, comrades and friends, we've heard the figures, we've heard the stories, but above all, we've heard the voices of determination this evening. And our message is loud and clear. No matter what the Israeli occupation forces do, with the assistance of their masters in Washington, in Bonn, in London, in Paris, and other places, we shall continue the struggle of resistance until final victory. Today, we have gathered here in this candlelight protest to say to the world that whatever happens, no matter what happens, Palestine will be free. And we say to the world that justice will always triumph over injustice. We, the journalists of Ghana, we, the people of Ghana, we, the working people of Ghana, stand solidly with Palestine, and this struggle will continue until final victory. We'd like to thank all of you for coming here tonight to express solidarity with the Palestinian people generally, but in particular with the media, with the press, with Palestinian journalists who are being massacred just for being Palestinians and just for wanting to tell the truth about their homeland. Victory will certainly come. Thank you all very much for coming, and please stand by. There will be a lot more activities in solidarity with Palestine. Thank you very, very, very much.